Mikään pöytä se tarkoittaa.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter. A wax seal with the monogram E.B.
Niin Sherlock Holmes on niin, että ensin osoite ja sitten...
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Ja.
Justis.
So,
mulla meni kauhean pitkä, että mä ymmärsin, että Eustase lausutaan samalla tavalla kuin Just.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the EB monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Lasit sen pussin siihen kyljelleen sun, että työntää sitä kättä sinne pussin pohjaan aina rapistassa. Näet siitä.
Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is
Silver service.
Yes. His head was knocked in
palveluksen.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes.
Se lastiasta vai?
She has had a most dreadful
Silver service.
She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right. I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Mennäänkö Watsonille? Meillä on loppu.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Morning room.
Sitten olisi melkein aamuhuone ja...
Times. Bus.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Ei tästä tällaisesta ottanut tietää kauan.
Mä olin menossa morning room.
Aamuhuone.
Kurkitselen näitä.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Tää kaikki.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Tuimman näköisiä.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Johtuu siitä, että toi on Oisin nähnyt.
No, oit nähnyt, mutta
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Meni ohittaa siitä.
Maalaaminen on niin
Lord
hidasta, että
George
jos
Brackenstall. The
hymyilee, niin
Brackenstall family.
sattuu naamaan.
Ladies,
Sen voi
allow
maalaa
me to
viimeksi sen
introduce
suun.
myself.
Okay.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Hyvä kulta ainakin. Vaikka tätä puolella. Minä ruven imu. Sormus. Joku Cliff.
On mustelma kädessä.
Old Bruises. No on melkein Cliff.
Can you
Sitten on
describe
yksi
to me
kylmyys
the
lisää, kun
events
kävi
of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Aksa.
Old Bruises.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Teräs hakee mulle vähän teitä.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Nämä on ihan hyviä nämä.
No ihan.
Tired. Ei oo.
No Hilmaa hei.
Wrinkles. Mä oon sit.
Ehkä ne on ihan vaan Wrinkles.
Working hands. Aha. Kiva se oli se.
Kyllä.
Näkäisit uudestaan. Walking pants wearing.
Voisi olla working hands.
Oli se.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Markkus tänne. She's only resident Sarah, niin. Not quite 25.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Taskuun. Sellaistakään.
Päästän. Menee nopeampaa tää.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Minne vaan. Kivasti tehty.
Toinen on vieressä, mutta...
Picture.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Ei silloin avain sinne. Voittaa näitä nyt. Millä nappulalla se vaihtuu sen tuolta? Voisitko avata kassakaapi?
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship? Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Papa meni jo.
Mikä?
Se mutka, muljahti.
Mikä muli?
No se toi ulonmainen kehä. Liikahti. Nyt liikahti
ai
taas.
Tuo.
Ei mennyt.
Olisi viiva ja...
No.
Huono tekniikkaa kyllä tää.
Oot.
Melko surkea kassakaan.
On.
Physical and mental state. Liver damage. Viinamään miehiä. Tässä on kyllä maksa, joka... Ei kun niin.
Maksastahan se puhuu.
Tekosin tuohon. No. Pernaa. Eiku mihin johonkin. Anyway. Kirrois. Malady. Onni. Excessive alcohol consumption.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care. It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Se on varmaan tädin kanssa.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Ei oo ton kanssa. Se on enempää ei.
Mennä sinne tainikoon.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Niin eihän se nyt käy, että tulee skandaali.
Ei. Inspector Stale ja violent behavior.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Tuossa on jotain kuin varjo. Tai siis ei varjo.
Mantelpiece.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow. That must be the murder weapon. Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot, he had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
No. Ei.
Kädet.
Hukkasin jo kädet äsken.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow.
Eli tossa on verta. Käytän syvemmälle takkaa.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Pitäisiköhän tuossa olla Jobin tuossa, eikö?
Pitäisi hakea Jobin.
Ei se pitää, mutta ei. Täällä on täydettyjä astioita. Varmaan viini on johonkin viini.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Ne ei ole mitään murtomiehiä. Tai naisia.
This candlestick. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Vielä muuta.
These wine
Takaisinpäin. Kyllä näyttää edellisen valkoisen. Syvä.
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Mitäs ikkunasta on tullut sisään? Näitä olisi märkä täällä.
The death was instant.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Beeswing.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Aha. Nyt tulee semmoista terminologiaa.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
On se
siinä that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
Onko yleensä sellaiset seisy pidempään se?
Mitä siihen on? Se on ensin juonut yksin suoraan pullosta ja sitten kaatanut dekanteriin ja dekanterista kaatanut ihan kahteen muuhun.
Se oli 3 täällä olla. Sitä päästään muuttamaan myöhemmin sen. Tässä kohtaa ole vielä.
Taulu.
Antique hunting weapons.
Ei ollutkaan taulu.
The hunting scene.
Ovet on taas kiinni.
A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut.
On kaikki jotain metsästystä. Hei, sieltä on papereita. Sitten mantelpiisissä ei ollut muuta mitä ottaa. Hei. Oli siinä, lahti.
A fur trader's cabin.
Murtojälkiä. Täytyy tähän. Onko se... Sen paikka. Jos menen taaskin tuolla.
Sä et ole tutkinut tuota toista huonetta kokonaan.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Niin, että ne on rosvot olisi juonut niitä.
Your ladyship?
Täällä on niinku... No.
Tall.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Okay. Nää glitchaa. Tai me tätä... Tää nyt tutkittu.
Siinä toisessahan ei ollut vaihtoehtoja. Tapa Toby.
Baker Street.